She said it casually, almost offhand, like it was nothing important. "I have a date," she announced one evening, tossing her bag onto the couch. Her tone was light, even playful, as if sharing plans about lunch with a friend. I froze mid-step, gripping my coffee cup tighter than I realized. My mind raced, heart pounding, not with anger, but with a strange, sharp clarity. I could feel the old hurt, the sting of betrayal that had been quietly building for months, surfacing all at once. She noticed my pause. "What?" she asked, eyes flicking toward mine. "Why are you staring like that?" I set the cup down slowly, my movements deliberate, calm, measured. The silence stretched longer than either of us had intended, and for the first time, she realized this wasn't going to be a fight. Not in the way she expected. "You have a date," I said quietly, almost echoing her words, letting each syllable land. "And you want me to react how exactly?" Her eyes widened. I thought you'd be upset. Maybe jealous. I raised a hand, cutting her off. "No, I don't react that way anymore." She tilted her head, confused. "You don't?" "No," I said. "Not because I don't care, not because it doesn't hurt, but because I finally understand the value of my own time, my own dignity, and my own peace. You think a date, a flirtation, a new person can shake me. But it can't. Not anymore." Her mouth opened, then closed. She blinked. She hadn't expected this calm, this composure. She had expected outrage, tears, screaming, begging, something to prove that she still had power over me. But I didn't give her that. "I've spent months, years even, wondering if I was enough," I continued. "If I was worthy of your respect, your trust, your loyalty. And now I see that my worth isn't defined by your choices. Your date changes nothing about me. Nothing at all." The color drained from her face. She swallowed hard, struggling to find words. I didn't mean to." I shook my head gently. "It's not about meaning. It's about action. And your action is clear. I don't need to react. I just need to see it, accept it, and move forward without letting it control me." Her hands trembled slightly as she tried to gather her thoughts. "So, you're not angry?" "I'm beyond anger," I said. "Anger is for people who give their power away. I've learned not to do that anymore. Not for anyone. Especially not for someone who treats relationships like options rather than commitments." She looked at me then, really looked, and I could see the realization dawning. The date she thought would unsettle me, that she thought would make her feel in control, had done the opposite. She had underestimated me. She had assumed I would crumble, that I would chase, that I would beg for reassurance. But I didn't. "Do you even care?" she whispered finally. I smiled faintly, almost sadly. "Of course I care. I care enough to not let you define my happiness. I care enough to walk away from the patterns that hurt me. I care enough to reclaim my life without needing permission, approval, or loyalty from someone who can't give it." Her lips parted, but no words came. She couldn't find a retort because there wasn't one. My composure, my calmness, my refusal to react, the very things she had tried to provoke, left her speechless. For the next few days she tested me. Little jabs, casual mentions of him, hints of what she thought might be jealousy. And every time, I met it with the same calm, unwavering presence. Not angry, not hurt, just me, standing in my own strength. Eventually she stopped. She realized she had lost the leverage she thought she had. She realized that no date, no flirtation, no betrayal could touch the person I had become. And that's when I understood something powerful. Sometimes the best way to crush someone's expectations isn't with words, isn't with anger, and isn't with revenge. It's with silence, clarity, and confidence. It's with showing them that their attempts to control or hurt you simply don't work anymore. Weeks later, she approached me again, tentative, hesitant, searching perhaps for the person I had been. But she found someone entirely new, someone unshakable, someone who had reclaimed his life from the chaos she had created. I didn't think you'd be like this, she admitted, voice small, almost vulnerable. I nodded. I am like this. Not because I want to punish you, not because I want to prove anything, but because I finally see my worth. And my worth isn't up for negotiation, not even with you. And in that moment I realized, the date she had hoped would hurt me, the words she had expected to shake me, had done the exact opposite. They had pushed me to the clarity I needed, the confidence I had earned, and the life I had waited too long to reclaim. Her plan had failed, not with confrontation, not with anger, but with simple presence, calm, self-respect, and the quiet, undeniable fact that I would no longer be shaken by the actions of someone who had chosen betrayal over love. Sometimes the strongest responses aren't loud. They're silent, they're measured, they're unyielding, and they leave the other person, especially someone who thought they had power over you, completely speechless. She learned that the hard way.